Hello everyone, Phantom here. Welcome to my Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail playthrough. If you want to see what I'm up to lately, you can find me on Twitch at the link in the description below. While you're down there, consider subscribing or liking. It helps me and my human more than you'd think. Enjoy the show. Well, having established that we should be wary, could use some more information. So let's head to this place, the outskirts, and see what we can learn. Perhaps about Sphene as well. I'm incredibly curious because she used the word Alexandria. This is very overtly Final Fantasy IX. As I'm relieved to see the people here are well at least. The innovations of Alexandria are nothing short of extraordinary. Those brick buildings, I've seen them like before. I can't remember where. Most unusual farm, but the produce appears to be normal enough. Have you ever seen such strange contraptions? I wonder what this one is used for. I'd say giving light and water to the crops. I trust you have similar farming facilities in Tyrol. They're completely different from ours. I've got no idea what all those machines do. We settle on this approach after some trial and error. The Tyroli have their own methods of farming, which they want you to continue employing, but the environment makes it challenging, as there's too much green and not enough light. Thankfully, the use of electrobe has allowed us to fortify the buildings here, as well as provide what nature cannot. Sorry, I felt like there was something against my human's leg. Like a bug or God's forbid a spider. He freaks out at those. But I don't see anything new. Electro what? Electrope. It's a material we use for myriad devices and applications. A topic for another time, perhaps. If you would follow me, we're nearly to the outskirts. Everkeep. That's probably Everkeep, and that's probably the next dungeon. This is giving me some serious, Stormblood vibes, in the sense that we're basically assaulting a fortified, enemy government. It's a rather lively settlement, isn't it? In defiance of the ceaseless gloom, almost. It's fascinating how they've combined traditional bricklaying with electro-based engineering. Curious blending of two cultures. I'll admit, I've seen nothing particularly suspicious yet. It's a relief to see the people here are well. Hopefully the same can be said for everyone in Yasodari. This is a Watan village, or at least it was, before the dome and the strange contraptions.
Here we are. Though you'll doubtless find much of what you see in Alexandria strange, the traditional agriculture practiced in this village at least should be familiar.
Queen Sphene? What business brings her here, I wonder?
The Queen has come!
You look well, Paquine. And Katonye, I see you've already taken to your new position.
When she introduced herself as queen, I was expecting someone colder. Honestly, she reminds me of you, Namachi.
Me?
It's only natural for a ruler to love her people. And I should like to know them as best I can, even the most trifling details.
The more you come to know them, the more you grow to love them. Who they are and what they've built.
That's it. Beautifully put.
And it would appear that she is well loved in turn.
Your Majesty,
Hey, that's my outfit.
you honor us with your presence. And who are these fine people?
Tuliolol's vow of resolve Wook Lamart and her companions. They come from beyond the barrier, but you needn't worry. They are good people and are to be treated as my honored guests.
The rumors of a link to the outside are true, then. Rook Lamont is still so young. Oh, where are my manners? I am Popone, a leader of sorts of the people living out here.
Papone? That is a Tonawautan ring to it.
Right you are. I take it you hail from this region as well? Teshpiani, perhaps?
Yes, I do. I don't suppose you know a woman by the name of Kafkiwa?
Kakiwa.
Kafkiwa. I'm afraid I'm not sure if I've ever met someone with that name.
Mother isn't here. But it's a relief to know at least some of the people of Yasulani are alive and well.
Your mother, you say? Now that you mention it, I do see the resemblance.
You know my mother?
This is not gonna be good news.
Yes.
Then tell me, please, where is she?
I cannot say. Not here, but I promise I will in due time.
I have a question, Pepone. Do you recall what happened the day the dome first appeared?
The barrier? Well, I remember fixing a shelf that had collapsed after a terrible earthquake. Then the ground began to tremble. There was a brilliant flash of light, and then... Forgive me, my recollection of it all is rather poor.
You needn't push yourself, Popone. After 30 years, no one could blame you for not remembering.
30 years? As in 30 years in the past?
Absurd though it may sound, there is no doubt in my mind the events that led to the joining of our lands occurred 30 years ago. Which is not to say I understand why our perceptions of the intervening time are so radically different. We only just became aware of the discrepancy when Zoralja's military base was completed, and we were at last able to venture beyond the barrier.
I believed you long dead. To have the chance to kill you myself is an unforeseen blessing.
Years. Little wonder Zoralja assumed our father had already passed away.
It's not unlike how time passes differently in the First and the Source. The fluctuating space of the rift between them disrupting temporal equivalence. Perhaps the same holds true here, and time flowed faster within the dome.
I kind of know the answer to this already, but I want to see what he says.
I was able to make contact with Y'shtola not long ago via link pearl, so that shouldn't be cause for concern.
Yeah, time is passing normally here.
And based on the Queen's account, this encampment may have come to serve as a physical bridge between the two planes, after which the dome was forced into the Source's temporal flow.
If we're to be certain of anything, we need more information. Sveen, would it be all right if we had a look around and spoke with the townspeople?
By all means.
Time to see what we can see of Alexandria, then.
I wonder if anybody
And
gets
its people. I may yet find familiar faces among the survivors from Yasolani.
Even if I don't understand the half of it, I would learn more of this place before we confront Zoralja.
Perhaps you'd care to see how we make our living. Though we have always prided ourselves on the use of traditional Tonawatan farming methods, the use of electro-fueled technologies has led to countless agricultural innovations.
I would join you as well.
Ma'am, please, you needn't trouble yourself.
It's no trouble at all. And I promise not to cause any manner of distraction.
Reassuring words, or they would be had I not heard them countless times before. Very well, but do be careful.
Of course. I shall proceed with the utmost care. Now then, if you two would follow me, we can begin the tour.
I can't say that I trust her yet, but I trust that her affection for these people is genuine. And that's enough for me.
I agree with you. She's probably good. She's probably a good person. I'm not gonna make judgment on her yet, but I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. What I was gonna say before is I wonder if anybody is getting, like, Garnet vibes from her. Because if they're doing, you know, the Alexandria reference and so much FF9 reference, I wonder if they're trying to make her sort of like a... I mean, they had Queen Braun, we have Queen Sveen. Maybe it's kind of like a nod to Garnet's mother, but with Garnet's love for her people and everything. Electrop has done so much to improve the efficiency of their farming, but it hasn't replaced everything. The people wanted to preserve their old way of life, and we did not want to force us upon them. We went to such lengths that our cultures could coexist, even going so far as to learn our tongue. I'm sure everyone appreciated that. Communication was thankfully not an issue, but the Trolley tongue is surprisingly similar to Alexandrian. Of course, there are words and phrases for which there is no equivalent, but those can be taught with minimal effort. Through mutual respect, understanding, and patience, we Alexandrians and Tirali have learned a great deal from one another. And I'm sure there is much you wish to learn as well. So please, if you have questions, do not hesitate to ask.